Take the time to enjoy the little things. For one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. The aim of life is self-development. To realize one's nature perfectly, that is what each of us is here for. Stay strong as you live your life story and remember your blessings, no matter what circumstances you face. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. For the secret of human existence lies not only in living, but in knowing what to live for. The big secret in life is that there is no big secret. Whatever your goal, you can get there if you're willing to work. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them, just find a new way to stand. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Sometimes life will kick you around, but sooner or later, you realize you're not just a survivor, you're a warrior, and you're stronger than anything life throws your way. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted. When thinking about life, remember this: no amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." The one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. Cut yourself off from the past and the future and live in the present, and your life becomes a song and a dance. It's your life. You don't need someone's permission to live the life you want. Be brave to live from your heart. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived, and lived well. In any situation in life, you always have three choices. You can change it, you can accept it, or you can leave it. A life worth living might be measured in many ways. But the one way that stands above all others is living a life of no regrets. Slow down and enjoy life. It's not only the scenery you miss by going too fast, you also miss the sense of where you are going and why. I remember when I first understood this truth. I was chasing happiness like it was a destination, only to realize that real fulfillment comes from impact, not pursuit. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. When obstacles arise, it's our sense of purpose that carries us through. I've seen this in my own life. The clearer my purpose became, the more resilient I grew in facing challenges. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by doubling our joys and dividing our grief. Often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else. Don't let the good days get to your head, and don't let the bad days get to your heart. No one's life ever goes as they planned. That truth alone should bring a sense of relief to everyone. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Any activity becomes creative when the doer cares about doing it right or better. Before everything else, getting ready is the secret of success. Don't find fault, find a remedy. Don't start living tomorrow. Tomorrow never arrives. Start working on your dreams and ambitions today. There are more things likely to frighten us than there are to crush us. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. We're so busy watching out for what's just ahead of us that we don't take time to enjoy where we are. Unless you let go of what's behind you, unless you forgive yourself, unless you forgive the situation, unless you accept that it's over, you cannot move forward. Nothing is permanent. When you understand this, you can do almost anything you wish because you're not trying to hold on to everything anymore. No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a peaceful way to live and a beautiful legacy to leave behind. Be so fulfilled with yourself that even when you are alone, you feel in good company. If you are never alone, you cannot know yourself. In the middle of winter, I at last discovered that there was in me an invincible summer. I used to think the worst thing in life was to end up all alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people that make you feel all alone. We need quiet time to examine our lives openly and honestly. Spending quiet time alone gives your mind an opportunity to renew itself and create order. Learn your way around loneliness. Make a map of it. Sit with it for once in your life. Welcome to the human experience. But never again use another person's body or emotions as a scratching post for your own unfulfilled yearnings. Alone had always felt like an actual place to me, as if it weren't a state of being, but rather a room where I could retreat to be who I really was. Our language has wisely sensed these two sides of man's being alone. It has created the word loneliness to express the pain of being alone. And it has created the word solitude to express the glory of being alone. Solitude is a silent storm that breaks down all our dead branches. Yet it sends our living roots deeper into the living heart of the living earth. I have to be alone very often. I'd be quite happy if I spent from Saturday night until Monday morning alone in my apartment. That's how I refuel. I have a good life, I remind myself. There are plenty of people who love me, they're just not around at the moment. You need courage to see things differently, courage to go against the crowd, courage to take a different approach, courage to stand alone if you have to, courage to choose activity over inactivity. Why does no one tell us how important it is to enjoy being single and being by yourself? That time is defining and amazing and nothing too sure. It is being alone that will actually set you up the best for being with someone else. You won't escape loneliness by constantly surrounding yourself with people. You escape it by becoming someone you respect when no one else is around. We live in a very tense society. We are pulled apart, and we all need to learn how to pull ourselves together. I think that at least part of the answer lies in solitude. Find company within yourself and you'll never spend a day alone. Find love within yourself and you'll never have a lonely day. Remember, the time you feel lonely is the time you most need to be by yourself. Life's cruelest irony. When we cannot bear to be alone, it means we do not properly value the only companion we will have from birth to death, ourselves. Let me tell you this. If you meet a loner, no matter what they tell you, it's not because they enjoy solitude. It's because they have tried to blend into the world before and people continue to disappoint them. We're born alone. We live alone. We die alone. Only through our love and friendship can we create the illusion for the moment that we're not alone. The more powerful and original a mind, the more it will incline towards the religion of solitude. Loneliness adds beauty to life. It puts a special burn on sunsets and makes night air smell better. Don't let loneliness consume you. Use it as fuel to ignite your inner strength and conquer your fears. The only way to break free from the chains of social anxiety is to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. Sometimes being surrounded by everyone is the loneliest because you'll realize you have no one to turn to. I don't see how you can respect yourself if you must look in the hearts and minds of others for your happiness. I don't know what's worse, to not know what you are and be happy, or to become what you've always wanted to be and feel alone. Trying to fill your loneliness by looking for a companion or anything outside is not going to work. Know that you are on this planet to give something and then pack up and leave. If you serve people who need help, you will not feel alone. If you sit alone and think that others should come and serve you, then you will feel alone. If you enjoy being with yourself, you will not be a boring personality. And if your own company bores you, how boring you must be for someone else. People think being alone makes you lonely, but I don't think that's true. Being surrounded by the wrong people is the loneliest thing in the world. Hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. If we believe that tomorrow will be better, we can bear a hardship today. Stop waiting for someone to fill what you haven't built within yourself. Real peace starts when your own presence is enough. Loneliness is a message, not a punishment. It's telling you to reconnect with yourself before you try to connect with anyone else. The silence isn't the problem, the thoughts are. Overcome loneliness by choosing growth even when no one is there to see it. No one is coming to save you from feeling alone. But that's not weakness, that's your chance to build strength on your own. Most people try to escape loneliness by filling every moment with noise, phones, conversations, distractions. But real growth happens when you stop running and finally sit in the quiet. Because that's where you figure out who you are, what you need, and what actually matters. This phase of loneliness isn't the end of your story. It's where you either break or rebuild. Choose to rebuild. The strongest people aren't the ones surrounded by others. They're the ones who learn to stand alone without breaking. Age is a case of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. We turn not older with years, but newer every day. And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Age is no barrier. It's a limitation you put on your mind. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Let us never know what old age is. Let us know the happiness time brings, not count the years. The great thing about getting older is that you don't lose all the other ages you've been. You don't get older, you get better. One of the many things nobody ever tells you about middle age is that it's such a nice change from being young. Cherish all your happy moments. They make a fine cushion for old age. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Nobody gets to tell you how big your dreams can be. The formula of happiness and success is just being actually yourself in the most vivid way you possibly can. To find joy in work is to discover the fountain of youth. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears. Today is the oldest you have been and the youngest you will ever be again. Make the most of it. God gave us the gift of life. It is up to us to give ourselves the gift of living well. You can't help getting older, but you don't have to get old. Know that you are the perfect age. Each year is special and precious, for you shall only live it once. Be comfortable with growing older. Age is no barrier. It's a limitation you put on your mind. Life begins at 40. The first 40 years of life give us the text. The next 30 supply the commentary on it. We grow neither better nor worse as we get old, but more like ourselves. Middle school is for being like everyone else. Middle age is for being like yourself. At 20 years of age, the will reigns. At 30, the wit, and at 40, the judgment. "40 is the old age of youth. 50 is the youth of old age." Inside every older person is a younger person wondering what the hell happened. Turning 40 is not the end of your story. It's a fresh start. Don't imprison yourself in thoughts of how life has gone by. Free yourself in the hope of what lies ahead. Everyone grows older, but only a few make the most of it. Who are you going to be? Life is a book, and your 40s are the chapters when it all starts making sense. Inhale the future, exhale the past. Get out of your comfort zone to fulfill a dream you've always had. Look forward to all that this next decade has to hold. There is a certain part of all of us that lives outside of time. Perhaps we become aware of our age only at exceptional moments, and most of the time we are ageless. If wrinkles must be written upon our brows, let them not be written upon the heart. The spirit should never grow old. The longer I live, the more beautiful life becomes. Nature gives you the face you have at 20. It is up to you to merit the face you have at 50. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. Know that you are the perfect age. Each year is special and precious, for you shall only live it once. Be comfortable with growing older. I am not young enough to know everything. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? If you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. In a single moment, a person can choose to change everything. Change doesn't have to take a long time. It happens the instant we decide. To get the right things done, choosing what to ignore is as important as where to focus. If we do not create and control our environment creates and controls us. Self-leadership is self-care. By making more space for yourself, you achieve more, not less. Design your life in such a way that you would never need a vacation from it. If you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible. But if you schedule it, it's real. The only way to make your present better is to make your future bigger. Only you can take inner freedom away from yourself or give it to yourself. Nobody else can. If you focus on what you have, you gain what you lack. If you focus on what you lack, you lose what you have. Often all that stands between you and what you want is a better set of questions. We don't sit in meditation to become good meditators. We sit in meditation so that we'll be more awake in our lives. It is better to follow your own path, however imperfectly, than to follow someone else's perfectly. If you're not getting older, you're dead. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Sometimes the most important thing in a whole day is the rest we take between two deep breaths. Knowing how to be solitary is central to the art of loving. When we can be alone, we can be with others without using them as a means of escape. True abundance isn't based on our net worth, it's based on our self-worth. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. It takes a deep commitment to change, and an even deeper commitment to grow. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the little voice at the end of the day that says, "I'll try again tomorrow." Now it's the little moments that stop me in my tracks, because that's what life is all about. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Your relationship with others is a direct reflection of your relationship with yourself. The only way to feel better about yourself is to do things worth feeling good about. The only failure is not trying. Be the partner you want to have. If you're not turning down things that excite you, then you're not focused enough on what matters. Taking responsibility for all of your problems alleviates more suffering than it creates. You give power to who you blame. If you have to tell someone you're that, then you're not that. Motivation is not the cause of action, but the effect. A happy life is not a life without stress. It's a life of meaningful stress. There's no such thing as a life without problems. If you can't say no, then your yeses mean nothing. Be careful how you define yourself. No one thinks about you as much as you think about yourself. Confidence does not come from an expectation of success. It comes from a comfort with failure. Develop a willingness to be disliked. You cannot be a life-changing presence to some people without also being a complete joke to others. Extraordinary results come from repeating ordinary actions over an inordinate amount of time. There's no such thing as a bad emotion, only a bad response to an emotion. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, including yourself. Nothing meaningful in life is easy. Nothing easy in life is meaningful. It's never too late to change. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from bad judgment. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do." The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. Be thankful for the present moment. It's all that you're guaranteed. Don't waste your precious time on earth fearing the inevitable. Instead, cherish each moment to the fullest extent. You'll find happiness in the small, seemingly insignificant moments of your life if you're present for them. When you try to be the same as everyone else, it's boring. When you try to fit into a mold, you become forgettable. When you try to be normal, you become dull. Just be yourself because no one is like you. If you're a little weird, own it. The right people will like you for it. All you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. Be thankful for all of it. There is no other life than this. You would not have stumbled into the vastly imperfect, beautiful, impossible present. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. All you have is this moment. Once you realize that, a whole world of unique possibilities opens up. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Yesterday's the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something. Habits, good or bad, can always be traced back to your own thinking. People are anxious to improve their circumstances, but are unwilling to improve themselves. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Talent means nothing, while experience acquired in humility and with hard work means everything. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Amateurs sit and wait for inspiration. The rest of us just get up and go to work. Attitude is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Optimism is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make makes you. Choose wisely. If something is wrong, fix it now. But train yourself not to worry. Worry fixes nothing. To live a fulfilled life, we need to keep creating the what is next of our lives. Without dreams and goals, there is no living, only merely existing, and that is not why we are here. The moments of happiness we enjoy take us by surprise. It is not that we seize them, but that they seize us. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. The thing that is really hard and really amazing is giving up on being perfect and beginning the work of becoming yourself. When defeat comes, accept it as a signal that your plans are not sound. Rebuild those plans and set sail once more toward your coveted goal. When the winds of change blow, some people build walls and others build windmills. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Maybe it's not always about trying to fix something broken. Maybe it's about starting over and creating something better. It's better to be single with a standard than losing yourself for approval. If you really want closure, at some point you have to shut the door. If you don't leave your past in the past, it will destroy your future. Live for what today has to offer, not for what yesterday has taken away. Don't be sad that they are gone. Be grateful that you got to experience your time together at all. The easiest way to teach someone how to treat you is to refuse to give them more opportunities to hurt you. Walk away. If you lost it, it's because you're meant to find something better. Trust, let go, and make room for what's coming. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option. Close some doors, not because of pride, incapacity, or arrogance, but simply because they no longer lead somewhere. You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. Hold yourself responsible for a higher standard than anybody else expects of you. Never excuse yourself. Never pity yourself. Be a hard master to yourself and be lenient to everybody else. It's your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. Forget mistakes. Forget failures. Forget everything except what you are going to do right now, and do it. Today is your lucky day. For what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you find you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over again. My role in society, or any artist's or poet's role, is to try and express what we all feel, not to tell people how to feel. Not as a preacher, not as a leader, but as a reflection of us all. There are no problems, only solutions. The more I see, the less I know for sure. How can I go forward when I don't know which way I'm facing? You're all geniuses and you're all beautiful. You don't need anyone to tell you who you are. You are what you are. The more real you get, the more unreal the world gets. Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality. A mistake is only an error. It becomes a mistake when you fail to correct it. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. Reality leaves a lot to the imagination. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. I'm not going to change the way I look or the way I feel to conform to anything. One thing you can't hide is when you're crippled inside. Art is only a way of expressing pain. When I cannot sing my heart, I can only speak my mind. Peace is not something you wish for. It's something you make, something you do, something you are, and something you give away. Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears. Time you enjoy wasting was not wasted. Declare it, just the same way we declare war. That is how we will have peace. We just need to declare it. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. As usual, there is a great woman behind every idiot. Love is a promise. Love is a souvenir. Once given, never forgotten. Never let it disappear. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. When you do something beautiful and nobody noticed, do not be sad. For the sun every morning is a beautiful spectacle, and yet most of the audience still sleeps. If someone thinks that peace and love are just a cliche that must have been left behind in the 60s, that's a problem. Peace and love are eternal. Get out there and get peace, think peace, and live peace, and breathe peace, and you'll get it as soon as you like. Creativity is a gift. It doesn't come through if the air is cluttered. Don't hate what you don't understand. Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friends. Nobody loves you when you're down and out. Tame birds sing of freedom. Wild birds fly. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Life happens while we are making other plans. What can I tell you about myself which you have not already found out from those who do not lie? Happiness is inside you, not with another person. All I want is the truth. Just give me some truth. What we've got to do is keep hope alive, because without it we'll sink. No longer riding on the merry-go-round, I just had to let it go. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. I'll give you everything I've got for a little peace of mind. The trouble with government as it is that it doesn't represent the people. It controls them. You won't get anything unless you have the vision to imagine it. Am I crazy or am I a genius? I don't think I'm either. Half of what I say is meaningless, but I say it just to reach you. I don't mind people putting us down, because if everybody really liked us, it would be a bore. Trying to please everybody is impossible. If you did that, you'd end up in the middle with nobody liking you. You've just got to make the decision about what you think is your best, and do it.